Rating every Disney animated film, Wish.
Thank you, I feel seen.
And here we have what was intended to be the celebration that Disney had officially been around for 100 years, and the film was designed to be something of a salute to the entire canon. Sadly, what resulted was a phantasmagorium that I waited for streaming to watch, and it took me nearly 3 hours just to get through the first half because I had to keep pausing to process and go, what is this movie?
I'm maturing. My pauses are changing.
About the only praise I can give it is that the architecture has potential to lend itself to some interesting designs. Unfortunately, it's bogged down by a weird art style that attempts to go for a hand-drawn 3D look, but it doesn't have the same flair as, say, Into the Spider-Verse, and just ends up being really bland and off-putting. Queen Amaya's costume is nifty though. Ariana DeBose and Chris Pine try their hardest to make their characters work, and they come close to succeeding during At All Costs, but Asha is just yet another adorable, quirky girl with very little to set her apart from her predecessors. Everything is just so forced, and she is a frustrating waste of Ariana DeBose's talents. I wanted to like her so bad, or at least connect with her, but alas.
And I'm young, so I'm malleable, but not too young, so that I'm too malleable.
Magnifico is also a very weirdly written villain, who essentially has the same origin story as Batman, and then ends up running a magical lottery, and his villainy is emphasized when Asha doesn't get special treatment. The supporting characters... well, the Starboy is somewhat cute. I would have liked Dahlia a little more if it had just been her, and not, well, these.
Are you trying to take the chickens away from me?
You know, Sophie loves those chickens.
But yeah, this film is also infamous for how many discarded concepts it had that would have been infinitely more interesting and compelling than what resulted. The music I don't want to touch too much on because Klaxon does it much better, but I cannot believe This Is the Thanks I Get wasn't killed at the first draft stage.
Yeah, I got these jeans from outer space!
The rest of the script is also several levels of baffling, and while I don't believe the conspiracy theory that it was written by generative you-know-what, I also fully understand why people might think so because it is, to use 90s sitcom slang, the pits.
Help me! Best friend and honorary doctor of all things rational.
But to avoid lingering on the depressing note that is this film's existence, it more than earned its reputation for having so many fan-created works fixing everything it did wrong. 2 out of 10.